Greta, I have to stop that plane from leaving.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet. You get the car. It's hidden in the trees near the entrance. The keys are on the dash.
Okay.
Keep the engine running. We need to leave as soon as I get the girl.
Jack,
Yes?
be careful.
There's no time to be careful. Not this time. Greta, go! Dannazione. It's too late.
It looks like you're too late, Del Nero.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you on that plane?
I hate traveling. I'm not the kind of guy who crosses the desert on a camel. I prefer the comfort of the big city. Moreover, had I left, I would have missed the chance to deal with you. You made me look ridiculous in the eyes of the organization, and I don't have any intention of letting you get away with it.
And what do you want to do? Kill me? I could see it on your face that you've never shot anyone. You're not that kind of guy. You send your men to do your dirty work.
You're right. I've never shot anyone, even though many men and women died because I ordered it.
How brave.
But you know, there's a first time for everything. It was destiny, Del Nero.
It had to be a little past 4 in the afternoon. I had just lit one of the many cigarettes that fill my days with no clients, when a middle-aged guy comes into my office with 2 caterpillars for eyebrows and a cigar hanging from his mouth. He introduces himself as Harvey Weber, the owner of Weber Company, a meat house in Larchmont. After 10 minutes of pointless chatter about his job, he gives me a photograph. Susan Weber, 20 years old, Harvey's stepdaughter. He tells me all about her carefree lifestyle, her dreams of becoming an actress, and how she hasn't come home in weeks. But how he keeps getting bills for clothes, shoes, and other things that might catch the eye of a 20-year-old girl with a well-heeled old man. Harvey, because of his divorce agreement with his ex-wife, is responsible for supporting the girl until she turns 21. So the kid decides to take advantage of her old man while she can and spend as much as possible until she turns 21. But Harvey Weber isn't one to sit on his hands, and he got his attorneys on the case. They think that if Susan were caught having an affair that her old man wouldn't know of, they could bring the evidence to court and get her cut off. Just one photograph would do it, according to Harvey. I take the job. I'll get him that photograph. The whole thing will cost him $30 a day, plus expenses, paid in advance. Harvey gives me a check for $30 and leaves my office. I cash the check, toss down something that can be called a dinner, and I'm already in Harlem. A few dollars got me a tip that Harvey Weber's kid might be around here, at the Last Heaven Hotel, to be precise. According to the information that I have, a few days ago, some blondie went on a shopping spree here in Harlem. In this neighborhood, if you have money to spend on clothes and jewelry, it's easy to get noticed. I even managed to find out that the girl was seen entering the Last Heaven Hotel. I'd better ask a few questions. It's better to stay on the sidewalk. Getting run over by a car is an experience that I'd rather avoid at the moment. It looks like not even the shiny world of show business has managed to escape the grasp of the Great Depression. The door to the porter's lodge. Sitting down and reading the newspaper. I should have been a reception clerk. I would have certainly been healthier. Sitting down. Hi, do you own this place?
Well, depends on who wants to know.
I'm a friend of one of your guests.
The last guy who introduced himself as such destroyed a room for a thing about lovers, so pardon me if I'm a little wary of friends of my guests.
I'm a private detective.
A private detective. I guess someone has gotten himself in trouble.
More or less. It's about a girl.
A girl, you say? There are a lot of them here, and for a few bucks they can give you a night that will stay in your memories for a long, long time.
She's not a prostitute. Susan Weber, white, medium frame, blonde hair, 20 years, and pretty enough to cause her some troubles. Have you seen her?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not used to giving out information about my guests to the first person who happens by. People come here to have a place where no one can find them, and not just for a place where to sleep. And I try to help them with that as much as I can.
You must have a good imagination to call this hotel Last Heaven.
No fantasies or sentimentalities. They're not for me. At least not anymore. This hotel belonged to my brother, Louis Fitzgerald Heaven. There were 9 of us, and he was the youngest. And that's why people called him the Last Heaven. When he bought the hotel, he didn't have any doubts about what to call it. At that time, this place was falling apart, but Louis was sure he could turn it into a good hotel, and he made it.
How come it's you running it now?
My brother can't take care of it anymore. In October 1926, some redneck who missed the good old days of slavery refused to pay his 3-day rent for the room. He said that he would have never given money to a Negro. When my brother threatened to call the police, the guy pulled out a gun and pulled the trigger. Shot him in the guts. My brother died almost immediately. Even though he was small, he never let anyone to push him around. And what we all thought of as a quality eventually turned out to be what killed him. And the hotel stayed closed for years, and it was I who reopened it 5 years later, but without my brother, it wasn't the same hotel anymore.
Did the police get the killer?
Well, you already know the answer. One day, great men will be able to change how things are, and there won't be any more hatred between blacks and whites.
Nowadays, they name streets in New York after these great men. And when that happens, it means they didn't meet with a happy ending. Come on, don't make a fuss. Tell me where I can find Ms. Weber.
Sorry, but you won't get anywhere by being pushy.
Tell me where I can find the girl.
I've already told you that you won't get anywhere in this way.
Forget about it.
Whatever you want.
This job probably doesn't pay too much. I'm sure that with a little encouragement, he would tell me more.
Son, what else can I do for you?
You must have a good...
No fantasies or sentimentalities. There were none when he bought at that time.
How come it's...
He said when my shot him, even though he had the hope. One day.
Tell me where I can find the girl.
I've already told you that.
Forget about it.
Whatever you...
This job probably doesn't pay too much. I'm sure that with a little encouragement, he would tell me more. No, I don't see what I should do with... There are photographs of black musicians hanging everywhere, probably jazz players. There are photographs of black musicians hanging everywhere, probably jazz players. I think there are some candies in this bowl.
You shouldn't take those candies. They've been there for years.
I'll take my chances. I've put worse in my stomach. I'll keep it with me. There's no way I'm eating it, since I'd like to avoid getting dysentery. A wastebasket full of every kind of junk that can be produced in a hotel. I'd rather not. My investigator's license. $20, a damn questionnaire, and anyone who wants to can stick their nose in your business. My cigarettes, and my lucky lighter, even though it has never brought me much luck. These are my lockpicking tools. These trinkets have come in handy more than once. Valuable information is often the best hidden one. It's the camera Greta loaned me. Mine broke months ago. About $25. The keys of the car, of the office, and of something else that I don't remember anymore. A candy that's better left in its aluminum wrapper. The guy at the hotel says it's really old. just a pile of junk. I have better things to do than rummage through dumpsters. A mailbox. Too bad my old pen pal died of loneliness a few years ago. I'd have happily sent him something. Fat Tommy's Laundry. Like the fact that some fat guy is washing my clothes is going to make me feel more certain of the results. Rather pointless. The Second Life of Miss Gray, a film by Howard Paul, starring Vivian Leigh. Vivian Leigh, that's the same name that Harvey Weber gave me. From what he told me, his daughter greatly admires that actress. I'm not going to pick up every object that I find around. That ladder could be useful. I can't go there. The gate is locked. A gate, the cheapest way to keep away the bums from the dumpsters at the end of the alley. It's closed. I don't see why I should. There's a dumpster that... I can't go there. The gate is... one of the many walk-up doors that characterize Harlem. $10 should be more than enough for some information. These might make you change your mind.
Money to buy information? That must be one important girl you're looking for.
Enough for someone to hire me.
You know, lately, a lot of people like you have come by. They ask questions, look for people. Once, this hotel was considered one of the best in Harlem. Now it's become a shelter for criminals, easy women, and people who are running away from something. All it took was a couple of years of recession to turn New York into a cesspool. I wonder where this city's going to end up.
Where it always has. Nowhere.
You're always headed somewhere. Good or bad, you always have a direction. The day that New York will be rotten through and through, that will be the day that the good God himself will come down to crush it.
Don't count on that. I know people in this city who would manage to bribe your good God with a couple of well-aimed compliments.
Son, I guess you're not a believer.
I believe in whiskey, and in all those things that I can explain in a day.
Well, without faith, it's impossible to survive in this city. Everyone needs something to believe in.
Probably I just don't have anything worth believing in yet. Anyway, let's end this catechism lesson, and tell me where I can find the girl.
You said her name is Susan Weber?
Susan Weber, with 2 B's.
Susan Weber. Oh, you gave me money in exchange for information, but who says that I have any?
Dannazione, you must have a list with the names of your guests.
As I told you earlier, this hotel is a place where half of the tenants are poor devils trying to get away from something. They usually don't give their real names. 100 John Smiths, a dozen George Washingtons, even a couple of Charlie Chaplins pass through this hotel.
So there is no room under the name Susan Weber?
That's right, son. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. If you want, you can take your money back.
Keep it. I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Son, what else can I do for you?
I have a question for you.
Tell me.
It doesn't make any sense. Nothing important.
Oh, whatever you want.
I have a question for you.
Tell me.
It doesn't make any sense.
Late. Yes, she matches your description. White, young, and blonde. Is she the woman you're looking for?
Yes. What room is she in?
Room 313, third floor, end of the hallway.
Thanks. I don't have anything else to ask you.
Well, if you need me, I'm here.
Boxes without anything interesting. I think I can do without it. It overlooks 125th Street. Closed is just fine. There are photographs of black musicians hanging everywhere, probably jazz. A wastebasket full of every kind of junk that can be produced in a hotel. It's today's newspaper. The usual news that comes out before the New York mayoral elections. Each candidate smears the others, trying to steal as many votes as possible. At the end, it will be the least immoral one who will win, or the one who'll do the best job in hiding his skeletons in the closet. Even though companies keep shutting down, the newspapers are saying the worst is behind us. I wonder who it helps if people believe it. The usual news that comes out before the New York mayoral elections. Each candidate smears the others, trying to steal as many votes as possible. At the end, it will be the least immoral one who will win, or the one who'll do the best job in hiding his skeletons in the closet. It looks like the rain from these last few days knocked out the telephone lines. In some areas of the city, the service will be cut off to avoid a short circuit. Room 313. It's Susan Weber's room.
I've finally gotten away from my clod of a stepfather. I couldn't take it anymore. He thought I should spend my entire life behind the counter of a butcher shop. I'm an actress. I was born to act in movies. Big productions. Isn't that right, Teddy Bear?
Of course, baby. I'll make you the biggest star in Hollywood.
Yes, Howard. With you, I'll be the next Vivian Lake. Actually, you'll make me even more famous than her. You'll give me her parts and I'll exceed her. I'll be the number one. Right, Teddy Bear? Right?
And here's our Susan. I'll take a few pictures of her with her teddy bear, and tomorrow morning I'll give them to Harvey Weber. This way I'll get the rest of my money. Room 3. I would need to have a good reason to do it. No, it doesn't make any sense. Susan Weber's room number is... I definitely can't get there from here. A gate, the cheapest way. It's closed. I don't see why I should. I don't see why I should. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. go there. The gate is locked. It's closed. It's closed. I can't go there. The gate is locked.
Son, what else can I do for you?
I don't have anything else to ask you.
Well, if you need me, I'm here.
I don't see how I could use them together. I don't see... I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. I've heard enough. Harvey Weber paid me to get him some proof of his stepdaughter's love affair. All I have to do now is to get a picture of Susan while she's in the arms of her teddy bear, Howard. The apartment should have a window. A candy that's better left in its aluminum wrapper. The guy at the hotel says it. I don't see how I could use them together. It's fine where it is. There are photographs of... I think I can do without it. There are photographs of black... It's fine where it is. No, I don't see what I should do with it. I'm not going to pick up every object that I find around. I'm not going to pick up every object that I find around. There are photographs of black music. I can't break open. There are photos. There's a little panel here.
It's hot as hell in this room. One day it's cold, the next one it's hot. Tomorrow, I'm gonna give an earful to the owner of this crappy room. You don't treat a future movie star this way.
Good. That must be our Susan's room. Now I have to find a way to open that gate. I knew that it was a good idea to bring them with me. Dannazione. The lock just reset. I have to start over. Manhole. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, I'll take one. This bar could be helpful. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. Let's try. I'll take the bar. Let's try. A manhole. A manhole. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. A dumpster. kind that has wheels on the bottom so that you can move it. That thing must be 10 times my weight. I'll never make it move by myself. Right. Too bad I left my lucky crowbar at home. I'll take the bar. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. Let's try. It doesn't make any sense to me. A manhole. I'll take the bar. No, it doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't make any sense. Let's try. That thing must be 10 times my weight. That thing must be 10 times my weight. I'll never make it move by myself. That thing must be 10 times my weight. I'll never make it move by myself. A dumpster, the kind that has wheels on the bottom so that you can move it. There's a break here. The street is probably downhill a little, so if I unlocked it, the dumpster would roll all the way down to the road. Yes, it could work. Okay. The door must lead into the theater. Closed. I can't break open everything. No, it doesn't make any sense. Closed. Now's the time to earn my 30 bucks. I have to aim better. I need a more juicy shot. I need a more juicy shot. Good. This shot will work just fine. A photo of the stepdaughter necking with the first guy that promises to make her a star. This should be enough for Harvey Weber to get his lawyers involved, and it's definitely enough for me to get out of here. I open the door and jump into the car, ignoring how the seats are getting soaked with my wet clothes. It's water. It'll dry sooner or later. I put the key in the ignition and start the engine. But something isn't working. The gas gauge is on E. The tank must be empty. Following a lead on a case and forgetting to fill up the tank. It's a rookie's mistake. Or maybe the mistake of someone who's simply starting to get sick of this life. I'll have to find another way to get out of here.
Son, what else can I do for you?
Do you have a telephone?
Yeah, we had one.
You mean you don't have one anymore?
We do have the telephone, but it's just not working. I've been waiting for someone to come and fix it for weeks, but nothing so far. Yeah, the technicians come every 3 months to make sure that the control panel is working, but after a few weeks, there's no more dial tone.
So it's not the first time that it's broken?
In the last few years, I've called the technician at least 10 times, and every time he asks for more money. If this weren't a hotel, I'd get rid of it tomorrow.
Where is the control panel?
Oh, I don't have a clue. Must be somewhere outside the building, near the alley entrance.
I don't have anything else to ask you.
Well, if you need me, I'm here.
This must be the telephone control panel. Let's have a look. This is no breakdown. The cable was cut, and by the look of it, it definitely wasn't an accident. The only way to make the telephone work again is to reattach the wire. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, the candy wrapper should hold it together. Let's hope it works. Sitting down and reading the newspaper. I should have been a reception clerk. I would have certainly been healthier.
Son, what else can I do for you?
Your telephone should be working now.
Do they also teach you how to repair telephones in your private detective training?
No, just to find out when someone's trying to rip you off. I suggest you call another technician next time. And if you could call me a cab now, I'd be very grateful.
Of course, son.
A night spent under the rain makes even this grubby old cab seem welcoming. The driver is a quiet guy, unlike most drivers who, on a dollar trip, are happy to tell you the story of their life. The only thing he asked was, "Where to?" Essex Street was my only answer. Before going home, I have to return Greta's camera. I disappeared saying I'd get it back to her in a few days. It's been more than a week. The cab turns down Essex Street. Here we are. The trip costs me $2. $1.50 fare plus a 50-cent surcharge for the night rate. Night rate. I hate cab drivers. Good. Greta's place is still open. A sip of whiskey is just what I need to cap off today.